So, out in the wilderness, alone, one gnome stands before pigs.
Oh, I found them.
No,
God damn it.
looking for some pigs. So, um, if you you roll to begin with a survival check, kind of get the lay of the land, and see if you can think of it or like find anywhere that find some wild boar.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just laughing at a very odd Reddit. So, I'm on the hunt for pigs.
Yep.
Domesticated pigs were my first thought, but if I have to do the domesticating, I suppose it's part and parcel. So, I prepared very poorly for this. I should have brought bacon. Because pigs love bacon. It's ironic.
Ironic.
So, I'm just fucking kicking it in the woods. I don't hear anything or...
Roll a survival check.
Oh, sick.
You can work out.
Up to my stats. So... Not much.
Okay, so you're just kind of like wandering about aimlessly.
Sounds about right.
Roll a d6. Okay, it takes you 4 hours to hunt down what you believe to be a place where there would be some boar.
Cool. I ain't
Yeah.
got anything else to do.
Yeah, eventually you kind of come across.
Fuck off. Fuck this. Can I just ask that idiot dude to get me some magical pigs?
I mean, you could do, but you just spent 4 hours out in the wilderness.
Yeah, I know, but in hindsight, I'd rather not waste any more
I
hours.
said this. I said you could just ask the prophet.
I suppose that's kind of cheating, though. Nah, fuck it. Let's continue with this.
Okay. So you finally find some pigs.
Right.
Or you find like, I don't know, a den. Is that what it would be? Of some pigs.
I don't know. What
A
is it?
den of pigs.
I don't know where they live.
A den of iniquity.
Yeah. So there's a couple of pigs, some little piglets. They're boars, but whatever.
Okay, cool.
One of them has tusks.
What do pigs eat?
What do pigs
Apart
eat?
from
Bacon.
apart from
Anything.
people.
Anything, yeah. Probably anything.
Literally anything you put in front of them, they will eat it.
Right.
Or at least try to.
Including gnome.
Right, have they seen
There's
me?
a person in there,
No.
they'll stuff that fucking
They've not
person.
seen you. You're
Right,
you're
okay.
you're far enough off in the distance that you've not seen them.
I
they've
am
not seen you.
going to use invisibility.
Okay.
And
You are
then
invisible.
I am going to attempt to snatch and grab a piglet.
Okay.
So I'm literally just gonna like tiptoe up as close as I possibly can, and then try and grab it and run away. I'm going for a piglet because I'm a fucking gnome, and there's no way I could carry a full-size
Okay.
pig.
So you
I want
get.
to see the roll for that. I want to see the roll
Well,
for
actually,
you
there
running
is
away
way
with
I
a
could have
boar.
done it, but I'd have to retcon it to get it done now, so I'm not gonna.
That would be so funny.
You slowly approach, and the piglets, the two kind of like grown up pigs are just lying there, just kind of lazing about. The piglets are running about the place, just doing their own thing. And you manage to approach, and you wait and bide your time for a decent period before
For
one
5 hours.
before one of them kind of like strays a little bit too far, a little bit too close to you. It's not that long. It's like you wait for like a minute or so and kind of like time your
just
moment.
Watching them potter about and just try and like intercept.
Yeah, wait till one of them kind of comes towards your path, and you manage to go for it.
Right.
Roll
Oh no.
your CMB.
Where it
Sick.
all falls down.
So,
This is
yeah.
the plan.
Roll
Oh,
to grapple with the CMB.
No! Dicks.
Right.
Pig.
So you go to like you sitting there and you're like, I'm gonna get it. I'm ready. And you go to grab it and it just goes straight through your hands.
Right, fuck it. I immediately cast sleep on as many of these pigs as possible. I don't know what kind of hit dice creatures they are.
Okay, I'm gonna roll to save on the pigs.
This cannot be a high roll. Like,
It's a DC 15.
I more mean their wisdom modifier's got to be like 1.
Okay,
15 will save.
there's 3 piglets. They all instantly collapse.
Good.
The 2 pigs that you saw don't move.
Right, cool. I'm gonna go grab a now unconscious piglet.
Okay.
Oh, you can take 2 now, though.
No, I can't.
But you can't carry 2.
It's a yeah. If I had a bag of holding, maybe, but no.
In there, pig!
I'm gonna grab a pig and then saunter away with it.
Okay.
No longer invisible.
As you pick up the
Actually,
pig.
no, I can cast spells when I'm invisible.
No. Takes you out of invis. Depends what spell it is, though.
Yeah, but for RP reasons, I'd rather say that he can, so that there's just a floating pig wandering about.
Just holding it above his head.
What, so it's like
based
waist
on the
height?
based on the time, it's probably not going to last much longer anyway.
Right. Okay.
Okay, and for the sheer point of this, as you pick up the pig, you hear what sounds like a very loud squeal behind you, and you
Run.
notice one of the adult pigs slowly like getting to its feet, and it looks over and just sees its little piglet floating off.
I think what I can do. I am going to. Where are we, like, right now? Like, where am I?
You're in the middle of a kind of like fairly open area. There's a few trees dotted around, but it's not anything ridiculous. It kind of is like Nagrand. It's the first thing that came to mind for describing it.
Right. I am going
Niggerland.
to
Elizabeth?
finger gun flare this pig in the face.
Grim.
You're gonna flare the pig, right? Okay.
The one that just woke up.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna
It's
try
literally
and
it actually
stab
gets
it.
up, sees the piglet that you're like carrying away, floating
Yeah,
off.
I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna try and
Okay.
flare
So
it. So that's a DC 14.
right. So at the same time, it's going to try and charge in your direction, or like in the direction of the piglet, and just try and catch up with it.
Oh, that's good.
So you're gonna like just flare it in the face as it's coming.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try dazzle it, which would.
Okay. So
Hopefully help.
it's running towards you, and it just gets pinged in the face with this flare, and it squeals, panics, and just kind of like collapses in like on top of itself and rolls slightly towards you. Roll a reflex save.
Oh no.
No,
Whilst
that's
carrying a
actually-
pig, that's going to be quite difficult.
Yeah, although my reflex isn't too bad.
Come on.
Woo! Yeah. Okay. So you ping it in the face. It like starts to roll towards you or like skid towards you, and you
You
manage to
Orlando
step out of the
Bloom
way.
surf this pig
Yeah.
back into the fucking village.
No, this pig just it comes to a stop pretty much next to you, but you've managed to like step out of the way. So there's just this pig lying on the ground, and it's like it's completely sparkled, completely like confused, and you just kind of
Kick it in
hear
the shin.
this like parental like mourning sound of just like this like kind of squealing as it's like can barely see its piglet floating off into the distance.
Yeah, I'm gonna run back in time with the piglet now.
Cool. And it stands to its feet and it vows to one day get revenge on the invisible man that stole its piglet. Anywho, so back in the town, you guys have discussed what you're doing, and you plan to go off and head in to speak to some of these people in the town that you believe have been like put out, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah. I want to go and speak to the ex-blacksmith.
blacksmith first.
Yes.
Okay, so
That's where I'm going first.
you head round and you get round to like kind of far edge of the town, like almost not at the entrance, like where you come in, but like nearer where you come in and kind of like one row back. And you kind of like see there's a kind of stable area with a single horse in it, and there's a kind of like anvil area that's got just some stuff sitting on it. Like it doesn't look as if it's been used. There's some stuff propped up at the side. It's like a couple of like weapons and stuff. They're just kind of sitting around on like stands and stuff. And then there's just a kind of like house next to it,
Okay.
which is like a normal looking single story house.
Does it look like does the area where the weapons and stuff are look fairly frequented, or is it?
Um, Not particularly. The anvil definitely doesn't. It's got
Yeah.
like random stuff sat on it and stuff about it, and there's the forge is off, so there's nothing, not a huge amount going on.
I just want to go over and kind of have a look around the anvil and kind of like inspect the kind of the items that are sitting around it.
Okay, so there's like just various stuff that looks as if it's literally just been left about. Like somebody's just, he's like the guy's just been kind of out, sitting about and doing stuff, and he's just left stuff lying. Like it's not really like it's tidied away or done
I'm
anything.
assuming we can't see whoever's like he's not
No, he's not
facing
outside. No.
us. He's not outside. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna. So the items that are kind of strewn about, are they, you know, the look that I got from the stuff in that shop earlier on? Are they the same as that, or are these items slightly more, well, crafted?
Yeah, there's a couple of things that look like they're tools that have been crafted, things
Hmm.
that he's used that have been used previously. Like they're
Yeah.
definitely, and they're just kind of sitting around. And then there's a couple. There's a chair out the front with like a stool thing in front of it, and there's like a book next to it.
What can I read the book?
It's just
Yeah.
like a random like storybook thing.
Okay. I'll just go up to the house and knock on the door.
Yeah, so you kind of like not that it's like not that long, the door kind of opens up and you see a fairly old-looking guy who's like really well built considering
Yeah,
kind of like most people.
for his age.
Yeah, and he kind of just like peers at you slightly out of the window. He's like, "Hello." He's like, "Do I know you?"
Oh, hello, sir. I am Hakon. I've recently travelled to the town. I was told that you're the local smith.
He's like, uh, I was. I'm now just one of the villagers. He's like, please come in.
Oh, thank you.
Like gestures in.
I'll walk it in.
I'll go in behind him.
This is my friend, and this is my dog Nashoba.
Right. When you come in, it's a fairly like place looks all right. It looks fairly like it's a bit messy, but
Mhm.
like there's stuff kind of lying about. There's quite a lot of books just kind of sitting about the place. Um, there's there's a couple of other like just stuff that's lying about. A lot of the stuff that you can see though is more stuff that you'd seen like in the town, so it's that kind of style of stuff.
Yeah,
And yeah, it looks quite messy and quite like not not unkept, but just like lived in.
yeah. Okay. So does he
Yeah, he just like
seat us
gestures to
somewhere?
sit to
Yeah.
sit you down. Yeah,
Excellent.
there's a kind of decent looking couch, not a couch, like a chair thing.
Yeah, a couple of seats. Yeah. Understandable.
And he sits down and he has like a kind of one of those like old people blankets that he just pulls over his legs
Mhm.
and has like a little kind of like cup next to him that he just sits and drinks from. And then after he's taken a drink, he kind of goes, "Oh, would you like anything?"
Oh well, yes, as long as it's not too much bother.
Like, "Oh no, not at all," and like takes the thing off and kind of like slowly gets up and goes over. And it doesn't look it's not as if he's weak or anything. He's just kind of like
Yeah.
very slow and very kind of like
Yeah, he's an old
chilling.
man. He's
Yeah,
doing what he wants, taking his time.
yeah. So he goes over, pours your glass, gives you it, and then sits back down.
I thank him. I'm saying, yeah. So I was told that you're the smith in this town.
It's like, yep.
What do you mean that you're no longer?
So he says, "Well, profit here, I have no real. There's no real need for me to doing anything. I mean, and if I'm honest with you, I didn't get that much work anyway.
Mm.
I mean, occasionally something would break or someone would need something, but I wouldn't really call it a profession I had. It was more just something that I picked up and was doing. I've done it ever since I was younger. And my father, it's like,
I hope you do not mind me saying you seem to have lived many years.
says
What
yes, a
was
few.
what was the town like before? I mean, we've heard some terrible tales, but I'm really trying to learn as much as I can.
He says, well, I wasn't originally born here. I
Mm.
was born further towards the capital. My father came here looking for somewhere to be, And he kind of looks, he's like, my father was not a fantastic blacksmith. Many places would have someone of much higher standards, so he came out to here to try and get some work in a place that wasn't accepting or wasn't looking for such a high standard. I would like to consider myself much better than he was, but unfortunately, I've kind of just ended up stuck here with the people I know, and these are where the people I know are. I'm not that. I've never been that bothered of moving on, but in the time I was here, I have seen many terrible things fall upon this town. My father was taken by a famine that hit us one year. Much of the people in the town who would previously go out hunting or gathering food were struck ill. Unable to go out, we kind of began to run out of food. We had some farmland that was further down towards what is now entirely taken over by the swamp, and as you can imagine, it was not the greatest produce that came from there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like people were constantly getting sick. If not every day, at least every couple of days, someone else was coming down with something that we hadn't seen before, something new. It was something that just seemed.
How long, if you don't mind me asking, how long did that last for? Like, how long have these troubles plagued this town?
As long as I can remember. Ever since we first arrived, there was always. I'd say it got worse. It was not always as bad. It definitely seemed to get worse the longer it went on. More and more people would get ill, or more and more people would seem to be afflicted by various things. But yeah, it's been ever since I've been here.
Have you ever had people try to help the town in the past? Obviously, notwithstanding the profit.
Occasionally, people, usually businessmen, would come through thinking they could do something, some kind of quick fix to help the town and turn it around and make a quick profit, and they all usually turned around within a week or so, unable to help us. Like, they would bring medicines or ointments or things to help people in the town and charge as much as we could afford to use them, and it usually would not be enough, and they would end up being ran out of town by the people who just got fed up with them extorting them for nothing.
Makes sense. On the note of the profit and such, do you how do you feel about having not no work to do anymore? Do you enjoy your life without the work that the town used to request from you?
I believe they call it retirement. Something
Of
something
course, sir.
I intended to do eventually, but unfortunately the town was in need of my work, and I never really was able to step down. But now I have time to sit and read books and speak with people, or sit and watch the world go by. I have no needs, no worries, no bothers. It's like I'm fairly content with the way things are. Long may it continue this way.
Excellent. I'm glad for you, sir. Do you have any questions from Soulsby?
Nope.
So we've just been standing in the corner just the whole time, just be like,
No, I sat down. I was just like chilling, listening.
The one that so I'd kind of turn to Jonas. He doesn't look as if he's wanting to provide anything, and turn back and say, "Well,
he's
the reason-
staring blankly into space.
I as much as I've thoroughly enjoyed our conversation, and it has given me much to think about through the town, and I thank you for that. I was wondering if you perhaps would be willing to make something for me."
Kind of like you kind of get like a slight smirk on his face. Is like, yeah, like, what do you have in mind?
I was looking for a very small kind of carving crafting knife, if that would be possible.
Like,
Nothing too fancy, but something that has the feel of having been made about it.
that's okay. Like I'm assuming I'm assuming you want something personalized. I mean, you could always ask the prophet; he could be able to help. But
As much as the prophet would be able to help,
yeah, but he
when
kinda
it
like,
comes to my tools, I like to know that that work has been poured into them. I feel it kind of gives them a bit more of a bit more feel, a bit more history to the item.
He says, yes, I fully understand. It's something that I feel anybody in my profession would understand that feeling. Says, yes, I accept your challenge. I will make something for you. And he kind of gets up, and you can like see him kind of like stretching a bit and kind of gathering up some stuff, and he heads out. And you can just kind of like as he kind of he kind of like takes out a load of like coals and stuff and starts starting up the furnace and getting everything.
Puts a video recorder in the corner, starts recording a montage.
Yeah, like he has a. Well, he doesn't start making it.
Starts
then,
swinging his hammer,
like,
just like looking at the camera.
He's definitely he definitely fires up the furnace and gets ready and kind of gets all his stuff sorted. And he comes back
Start
in once
bending some iron rods.
he's kind of started it going. He comes back through. He's like I'll work on it for you. I'll get you the best knife you've ever seen.
I thank you, sir. I look forward to seeing your work when it is completed. When would you like me to return?
At this point, you kind of realize he's not actually thought about how long it's going to take him and what he's going to do. He's just kind of like, I'll get it done today. It'll be done by this evening.
Excellent. I will return.
And then he kind of quickly starts writing stuff down, and he's like, "Yep, this evening it will be done."
I will return after my dinner, and I will. I am eagerly anticipating what you managed to complete for us.
Okay. So yeah, he kind of not like pushes you out, but he's kind of like you can see he's a bit excited, and he's like
Yeah,
ready
he
to get going.
wants to get to work.
Yeah.
He's have something.
And he kind of like motions you out, and
Yeah, so I just leave
I'll
you
leave
two and then head back in towards the town.
Okay, cool.
As we're walking away, I turn to Joseph. I think that went well. He seems to enjoy his quieter life.
He does seem to, but it all seems too convenient.
I agree. A town plagued by
The amount of new illnesses that sprung up in this town is more than I think the whole of the rest of.
I know, but I mean, they live right beside a swamp. They clearly don't have any medical care of any kind other than whatever these ointments and treatments that were coming to the town.
Surely, I mean, I'm not a medical man myself. However, we've travelled a bit. You wouldn't get new things daily
It
from
depends.
living by a swamp.
I'm very interested in this ever growing swamp. If this swamp used to be a fraction of its size, for it to have grown in one man's lifetime to a point where they can no longer farm the land, is very interesting.
Yes. And I don't believe that the local inhabitants were rolling around in the swamp.
I would not. I would
So
expect-
for them to get
that's
for
a
them
swimming
all
bath.
to get ill, for them all to get ill on a daily or bi-daily basis
Well,
is
you've got to remember. I mean, this swampland used to be their farmland,
Hmm.
and that could be the source. I mean, I am assuming that they stopped farming that land once it became swamp. We don't know. But we can make it.
One can assume.
Hey man, you seen this? Have you seen this green potato? It's really good.
But still, I would agree. I think that there's something not right here. It's something that I cannot discern.
It is all far too convenient.
I'm going to be speaking to the prophet tonight, and I'm trying to intend to speak to him alone to see what I can. Obviously, I had my meeting with my people when we were in the last town, and I want to try and use some of that to see what he knows about that, to try and discern kind of his past, his history, where he's from.
Uh-huh.
And once we maybe learn a little bit more about him, we might be able to discern what's going on here.
Well, do we have time to go visit another craftsman before dinner, or
Yeah, what time is it roughly, Grim?
Century Groom?
Do we see a pig
It's
floating in
like-
the air past
Nah,
us?
it's like
as
2
we're
or
walking down the
3.
road?
Yeah, I'm considering it's not too late, considering like Thonan spent 4 hours hunting a
Yeah.
pig.
Yeah.
Like
Also-
we've still got
also,
a couple of
I mean,
hours.
Like, it's never going to be a point where we can't go and visit a cook in a town where he doesn't cook anything.
You don't know that,
I think I do.
no?
I think it's fairly certain that.
What if the prophet only gives raw ingredients? He might not give you a cooked chicken.
Okay, maybe I'll ask him for some steak and cheese later on.
Some beef Wellington.
Yeah. go and
From what
be-
you've seen, most of the stuff has been raw.
Okay.
So a cook could still.
Yeah, let's
He
go.
could be-
Let's go and see the
He
chef.
could be profiting. Right, let's go. Let's go
right.
see this scoundrel.
Maybe he's benefiting the most out of everybody with all these
Right.
new fandangled ingredients that aren't
Let's go.
green potatoes.
Almost as if people wouldn't be able to cook themselves. But this
Oh.
one chef is the only man who understands the concepts of fire.
Well, they can't do a lot for themselves
Graham,
apparently now.
Graham,
So
Graham, this is a group of people that have farmed swampland.
No one said they farmed swampland.
they have green potatoes, Graham. How else do you get those?
If I can have a good story.
You're taking shit too far, man. Taking shit too... Right. So yeah, you guys head off to the house of the chef. It is lined with gold because he's so... No. It's just a normal... It's a normal house.
He looks very similarly like the man who you saw earlier on as the prophet.
No, he's exactly the same as the blacksmith. They are the same. No. They're all the same.
Wait, did we not meet you before?
Turns into just being John Malkovich. But he's just being the same person. Anywho. Right. So
Anywho.
you guys kind of approach. There's nothing outside this time. It's just a house. You assume it's the right one because it's the one you were kind of directed to.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I just walk up to the door, give
Okay.
it a knock.
Open the door, and the man answers, and he has a large white pointy hat and an apron. No, he's just a guy in a normal clothes. Doesn't look anything special.
Hello, sir. We were looking for the chef in the town, and we were pointed to your direction.
He kind of giggles. He's like, well, I wouldn't call myself that. He's like, I have some knowledge of cooking. Yes, a chef is probably too grand.
I'm a man of the culinary arts. Should never sell himself short.
Perhaps.
Fast food chef then.
It's like, but you have not tasted my food.
The stories are legend.
Okay. He kind of is like, I assume you are travelers to the town.
We are,
I've not seen
sir.
you before. Like, well,
No, I've lived here all my life, sir.
kind of he looks at you and he's like, roll a bluff check. Fuck it, why not?
Is he fat?
I was
Not
intending
really.
on that
Not
being.
particularly fat, no.
Must make it chef.
I was intending on that being heavily sarcastic, but we'll go with
You
this.
can roll it if you want. I mean, your DC's high as shit though, so
Do
good luck.
it.
Oh,
Best
why
roll
is-
of the night, Souls way.
I know what the fuck. I give
He's
up.
like, you know, are you Shona's son?
Oh God.
And
It's
then
like,
I
I think I've seen you before. It's like you get a new haircut, and it's like, anyway, just come inside.
I'll just oh, thank you, well noticed. I'll just walk in.
Right, so you guys head in. You're instantly hit by the smell of food that is cooking. Like he's kind of.
How does it smell? As in, does it smell like food poisoning?
No, it smells like good food. It smells nice.
That's fine. That's good. It's a good start.
Yeah, that normal food poisoning smell that you
Yeah,
have.
it smells like arsenic.
Yeah, you see it all the time in cartoons.
Oh,
green smelling
of
food.
course. Sorry, I forgot those factual documentaries known as cartoons.
Oh, Graham, I'm sorry, you're playing
Excuse me,
D&D
Graham.
with magic.
Excuse me.
Fuck off.
I'll have you know, Graham, that Tom and Jerry is a very accurate depiction of what happens when a cat and mouse live together.
Yeah.
So
Every
yeah,
time
you
that
go inside the house
playing-
and a giant chicken comes in and speaks to you. Um,
Oh Lord and Lord.
yeah. Anywho, so yeah, he kind of gestures.
Horrendously racist.
Lithgar was horrendously racist.
Yeah, to be fair,
Respectfully
he's right.
Anyway.
He gestures towards some seats and says, "Please sit down." It's like, if you wish anything, I can get some stuff for you.
No.
And porno's webcam's gone.
The Prophet does not provide for porno.
Internet server provides, and then they take it away.
The prophet giveth and taketh
I
away.
can't believe I got that bluff check. That's hilarious.
Couldn't sneak into a guy's house.
Yeah, I can't.
No, I
I can't
could.
believe can't believe I thought. Yeah, I'll be a DC 25. That'll be fine. Yep.
Go right on in there.
Why couldn't I have just unlocked that room?
Right,
What
yeah,
room?
so
You unlocked all the rooms, apart from the one upstairs. Yeah.
Or did that room have
Continue,
nothing in it?
sir.
That would really suit
You'll
me if that had
never
nothing in it.
know.
That's not true. I could break into his house again
That's
tonight
what-
and find out.
That's where the stuff happens.
Well, I mean, if we're going based on the thing of your character has attempted to open that door and has failed, therefore does not have the skill, unless you're to
Okay.
come back with more skill.
I'll go back with a strength check. Put
Heaven
my
forbid.
fucking foot through the door.
Or a skeleton key?
Maybe.
And right, okay. So you sit down. He kind of sits across from you. He kind of has a plate full of stuff that he just kind of like
Mm.
hands towards you, and it's just some like various
Nibbles.
nibbles. Yeah.
Is there meat on it?
Nibbles.
Yeah. There's like little skewers with some stuff on it.
Good, because it was good.
Good because it's good.
No, I was just saying good because it would get sent back if there wasn't.
If there wasn't meat on it,
Yes.
you like this veggie platter.
No, defend my warrior spirit, Graham.
But yeah, he offers you what he's got and says,
Oh.
what brings you?
God damn! I didn't come here for that!
So what did you come here for? That's what he asks. Like, what can I help you with?
Well, as a man, as you know, I'm a man of the town. I'm just
As a
showing
man.
as a man
As-
of the town.
A man.
I am showing around one of the new travellers who is come and he's interested about the local populace.
Like, of course. It's like very nice town we have here. I'm sure you've heard all about it.
I have.
I've heard.
No, he's pointing at Hakon, not you.
I know. I don't say I have.
He kind of looks at you, he's like, of course. He's like,
Well, Shona's son has been showing me all over the place. We were at the blacksmiths earlier on. I met this wonderful man earlier. Call himself the Prophet. Great gentleman.
it's like, oh, of course. And he kind of looks at you and says, the prophet provides.
I've heard. So yes, we were looking to try some of a more local delicacy. So I was Shona's son pointed me in your direction.
Says, well, I don't have anything that's could be seen as a delicacy, but I'm sure I could make something. It's like, are you planning to have any kind of any kind of special meal, or is it just something to try, or?
Oh, I was just merely to see what sort of things the local people. I mean, obviously I've seen that the Prophet provides, as aforementioned. And I wondered, was there anything that was still sourced locally other than what the Prophet provides? The Prophet provides.
Says, well, we used to have men who would go out and gather up things for me to cook. However, no need now, so no one really bothers.
Of course, the Prophet provides.
I am mainly just given supplies, and then I create what I can out of that, and
From what the Prophet provides.
occasionally people will come and ask for me to. I mainly provide like tips and advice to people for like cooking stuff and themselves, but sometimes I'll go to the tavern and cook the food there for them. They have I've been training a chef there, or training cook there to help in preparing the food. Seems to
How's
be
he
doing
getting
quite
on?
well. He seems to be doing
Okay.
well. He's picking up things quickly.
We sampled some of his wares earlier on.
Was it good? Do you have any complaints?
Oh, no complaints at all. Satisfactory pub food.
Okay. Did you write a good Yelp review?
Oh, I did. My friend in the Hawaiian shirt was scathing though.
Well, I'll talk to him about that one. So
Um,
yeah,
Your mate or the guy in the Hawaiian shirt?
No one knows what a Hawaiian shirt is. They don't have
do.
a concept of where
people
what Hawaii
people
is.
are
Is there a place called Hawaii on the island?
no.
Why not?
You're also not on an island. You're on a continent.
On an island
Plural
continent.
shirt might be a better
all
description.
continents are islands.
I'll have
Not all.
5 continents and 3 vowels, Carol.
What do you mean not all?
Some of them, because an island technically is fully
Continents
surrounded
are
by water.
islands. All continents are fully surrounded by water.
You go eventually. Well, no, because some of them connect up. So you're actually like, there's not.
Hence, are fully surrounded by water.
No, what if they
Yes.
connect up to other parts?
Is that other part surrounded by water?
I mean, yeah, technically.
So they're all surrounded by water. Hence, are all islands.
No, actually, you don't really know this, but the planet you're on doesn't have any water. You're just floating in space.
Excellent.
It's
I went
like,
back to Perchance
It's-
we balanced on the back of a giant turtle as well.
No, you're an outland,
No?
actually.
Oh, okay. Right.
You're floating in the twisting nether, so fuck you.
Excellent.
Anywho, the chef's asking what you want made.
And I was given shit earlier for talking about green like looking food for food poisoning, and we're in the twisted nether. Like, come on.
Right. Differences between continents and islands. Islands have no tectonic independence from other continents, unique flora or fauna, or unique cultures.
But both
So
are.
if
But that doesn't say that they have to be surrounded by water.
that's an irrefutable point that has no bearing on it whatsoever.
Thank you.
Characteristics of continents are area of geology stable continental crust or cratons, tectonically independent from other continents, biological distinctiveness with unique animal and plant life, cultural uniqueness, local belief, in separate continental status.
Thank you for that, geography teacher.
Because there's an argument of why is Australia a continent but Greenland is an island, and it's got a thing for both sides from worldislandinfo.com.
The more you know.
Anywho,
Next week on Schoolhouse Rock.
Because Australia is not a continent; it's Australasia or Oceania or whatever, and it's not just Australia.
Anyway, can the lad make us pancakes?
yeah, you probably can.
Okay.
Want pancakes?
Yeah, I want that and I want bacon.
Is there like a luck
Okay.
roll?
He makes you
Great.
pancakes and bacon.
I've not brought the bacon yet.
No, he makes pancakes and bacon.
Excellent.
Is there any syrup?
Where the fuck did he get the bacon from?
Or no?
I believe that he provides the bacon after the
Oh.
prophet provided a pig.
No, the prophet provided the bacon.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
There's no need for a pig.
Well, I mean, if you're going to ask for bacon, then you may as well ask for the whole pig and then use the whole thing.
And then you
If you can
can,
provide, then you're going to make them provide.
because then you can have, then you can run like oink.
Anywho,
Exactly.
we're getting off track. You're in a guy's house
Won't
asking
be
him
now,
random
aren't we?
questions. Well, we've got like 10 minutes left, so yeah.
Sorry, Graham. Apologies, Graham.
We were just having fun.
Is it nice?
You're not allowed to have fun.
Do the pancakes taste nice?
Yeah, they're good.
Magic on the pig.
I'm glad that they taste good.
There's no magic on the pig.
I asked him if I could get
Apart
any
from you.
to pocket them.
Pocket the pancakes.
Yeah, I want to take them away and eat them later.
Yeah, you get a little like doggy bag.
Excellent.
Is
Thank
there
you.
like a luck roll in Pathfinder?
No. Unfortunately, there's not. As much as I would like to use it, what do you want to use it for?
I was gonna like just say a random name on my way out as I say thank you and try and roll to see if it's right.
bluff that shit?
Go for it. Roll a bluff check.
Well, I'll just wait until we leave. I mean, if we're leaving now.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
just,
you've got a doggy bag full of pancakes and bacon and syrup.
like, cheers, Ramsey. I hope that chef thing turns out all right for you as I'm walking away.
Okay.
And then
Is that what you
the
rolled?
roll begin. I haven't rolled yet.
Oh,
that was my roll
that,
from
that
last
was,
time.
Yeah, that was the bluff roll. Okay.
Oh!
His name is
Twenty-
actually Jamie.
Damn it!
Unfortunate.
What did I have to get for that?
25.
25. Yeah.
You're
Again?
literally trying to guess a man's name.
True.
Jesus.
Maybe if you use perception to see if there was any notes or anything lying around.
Nah.
But that wasn't the point.
Nah, the point was he wanted to randomly guess a name.
Give a man a name.
Right.
Uh-huh.
You guys
Go on, please.
head back.
Continue.
Where are you heading to?
What time of day is it?
It is kind of mid-afternoon.
I'd head back to the tavern.
Do you head back? Thonan, you arrive back in town. You're no longer invisible, you have a pig under your arm.
Cool.
What are you doing?
Uh,
Sorry,
I
you have a
already
piglet under your arm.
Yeah, I don't know where those cunts will be. I'll probably go back to the inn. That's probably most likely.
Okay, well, you arrive back first. You're going to be, like, around. And then those guys arrive kind of, like, slightly later.
Right, I asked the barkeep to provide some slop for my pig to eat.
Okay.
Actually, no, I asked him to provide some, like, decent food for my fucking pig to eat, seeing as it's free.
Fair enough. He seems fairly surprised that you've come back with a pig.
I'm just gonna sit the pig on the bar and just let it eat.
Okay, yeah, so he brings out a
assuming
little,
it wants to eat out a thing.
yeah, brings out a little bowl with some stuff in it and just sits it down and the pig just eats out of it quite happily.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit and let him eat out of that.
Yeah, you guys arrive and see Thonan sitting at the bar and a pig eating out of a bowl.
I just kind of go up
So
and
you've had
like,
a productive day.
so yeah, Thunan, your business enterprise must be kicking off then.
Yeah! I don't really know anything about pigs, so I figured I might as well get some research materials.
How's it going?
I just kind of look at the pig and I'm like, seems fairly good.
Fair. I assume I'll just sit down
I'm just
for dinner.
glad that you're having fun, and then go off to sit at a table.
Yeah, you guys kind of thing sit about. Mira went back to the tavern after you guys were seeing the prophet and kind of
Didn't
went
do
back
anything.
up to her room and has been like when you guys are in the tavern, she's still up in her room for a couple hours. Comes back down when food's starting to get served for dinner and stuff. Yeah, you guys can eat, sort of stuff, have a chat, whatever you want to talk about.
I just fill them in on the two people that
Right.
we went to meet.
I've got a plan for this whole prophet malarkey.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Let's go roll him up in a rug and throw him off a bridge. No.
Sounds good.
Let's go burn down someone's house.
If we throw him in a river and he floats, does that mean he's a witch?
No, most likely it means he's a duck.
Ah.
We're
Yeah,
burning
let's
down
go.
someone's house.
You can never
Let's
know
go,
with these
let's,
things.
let's go burn down someone's house. I mean, it's not a big deal. You can just provide a new one. No one will die because no one's died since he's been around. So
He does
yeah,
provide.
he provides everything. So let's just go fucking burn down a house.
You can do that while I'm off going back to the blacksmith.
Whose house do you
I
want to
thought you were
burn
going to
down?
speak to the prophet.
Me?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
hide.
Well, yeah,
move.
I am, but in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah, you said when it's like the
I'm
moon.
not gonna do it today. There's no fucking rush. But at some point we should burn
Just
it.
don't
Well,
rush.
I'd say I'm going to be seeing the prophet in the middle of the night on the outskirts of town. So if you want to do it while he's out of the way, there's an opportunity.
Let's burn his house
Did
down.
you say on the outskirts of town?
Yeah, well, I'm going to do it where I sleep, which is outside, on the outskirts of town.
All right. See.
I made a request, and the man said that he would.
He said he would see you.
Exactly.
You also made a request to see him at like night time. So
Exactly.
He was happy enough to be like, yeah, I'll see you at night time. Not like I'll see you at night time miles out of the way or outside town.
He is happy to go to people, and put his blessings upon them,
True.
and made a simple request. A man who has been very actively interested in everything that he can do, and wanted to learn as much as he can about what the man has to provide.
Okay. So you're gonna wait? So after dinner, what are you gonna do?
I would go back to the blacksmith's.
So when you arrive, he kind of sees you coming because he's outside, and he's like,
I'll follow porno as well.
he's like he's hammering away on something. When you arrive, but when he sees you, he kind of puts down whatever he's working on, runs inside, and comes back out with something that's kind of like bundled up in cloth, and hands it to you. He says, I did the best I could to make you finest dagger, finest knife that I could make. And he seems quite pleased with himself, and he says, please.
Okay, I'll take it from him and then open up the cloth. What does it look like?
It's a knife. It's not the nicest knife you've seen.
Mm.
It's not the worst. It's average. It's a pretty average looking,
Bang average knife.
yeah, like a kind of hunting knife thing.
Excellent.
And he says, after I was working on it, I felt I kind of got the fuel back, wanted to kind of keep going, so I thought I'd make something else. I think I'm going to make myself something. I'm going to make myself something nice. I'm not entirely sure what it is yet. I'm still kind of working with the metal, but we'll see. We'll see what I end up with.
That sounds excellent. I'm glad that you've kind of refound your love for your work. This is a great old knife, and I'll treasure it. And whenever asked, I will remind people who provided it to me.
The prophet provides.
I did use that word specifically, but anyway. So I just say I'm not sure how long we'll be staying in the town for, but if if I ever need anything further, or if I need to come and see you about anything, I'll just pop by if that's okay.
Yes, of course. Anything you need, I'll be happy to help as best I can.
Excellent, thank you. For such a piece of work, I know how the prophet runs this town, but I feel that it would only be right to give what this is worth. And would I know roughly how much like an average dagger would cost?
Um,
Like, sorry, not a dagger, like a hunting knife.
I don't know, like a gold piece probably.
Yeah,
Not
so
that much.
yeah, I'd take a gold piece from my pouch and lay it on. You said there was like a little stool beside his chair, wasn't there?
Yeah.
I'd lay it on top of that.
He kind of looks down. He says, I will take it. I will keep it. I'm sure. I'm not sure I'll be able to find somewhere to spend it in the town, but in case I will have it, it will be my savings. Thank you.
No problem, sir. And then I'll leave.
Cool. Yeah, you head out. Uh, right, that's midnight.
Mhm.
But with this park's only been going for 45 minutes. If anybody wants to go, we can do that. If anybody wants to stay and do Porno's chat with the prophet and then go, we'll do that. Unless there's anything that somebody wants to do before then, we can do that and that'll be us.
I ain't fussed. I'm gonna go to bed, dude. It's midnight.
Cool.
Yeah, I would agree. Kind of midnight-ish. I would like to go to my bed.
Fair enough. Right, no bother. So yeah,
Cool.
we'll
It's been thoroughly enjoyable,
head back
as per usual.
to the inn and we'll take it. We'll pick it
I'm
up next
still
time.
unsure of what the fuck I'm actually gonna do with this pig.
Well, you've got a week to plan, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, it's also I just
You can't domesticate animals